The 2024 Le Mans 24 Hours, 101st anniversary of the first ever race twice around the clock. And as then, still automobile manufacturers from across the globe bring their products to prove that they are the best in the marketplace. And flocking to see them, over 300,000 rabid motorsport fans. Whatever the weather, whatever the time of day, they will be watching the action. Guest of honour, France's World Cup winning football captain Zinedine Zidane. He will flag the field away at 4 o'clock on Saturday. And 24 hours of rumbustious racing later, we will have a winner. 62 teams gathered on the grid with all their support staff, 3 drivers per car, among them Formula One stars and current Formula One team owners and bosses, World Rally champion Ari Vatanen, Chip Ganassi, Dr. Wolfgang Ulrich, the head of Audi's successful programme, among the many, many stars. Alpine's Formula One drivers on hand, as is Roger Penske, whose car starts on pole 61 years after he was a pole sitter at Le Mans as a driver. The weather forecast may not be great, but anticipation is high before the start of the 92nd running of the great race. On pole position in the brand new LMGT3 category, the McLaren of Inception Racing, the best lap in the class set by gentleman driver Brendan Iribe. In the ever-competitive LMP2 field, AO by TF set pole, Louis Delatraz, the fastest man in the class. In the front of the field, the hypercar category. Pole position going to car number 6 from Porsche Penske Motorsport, courtesy of a stunning lap from Kevin Estre. Team owner Roger Penske's first pole at Le Mans for 61 years. The famous Le Mans trophy delivered by the French military. After a special trophy was presented in 2023 for the centenary race, it is back to the traditional trophy. Teams and cars lined up ready for the start of the race.
Maggie boy!
Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'étendard sanglant élevé, l'étendard sanglant élevé. Entendez-vous dans nos campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats qui viennent jusque dans nos bras, égorger nos fils et nos campagnes. Aux armes citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, gazons purs, abreuve nos sillons.
After the French national anthem, the arrival of the tricolour, France's national colours. Presented by the Honour Guard to the official starter. A great honour for a French sporting hero.
démarrez vos moteurs.
Finally, the waiting is over. It is time for round 4 of the FIA World Endurance Championship, the 24 hours of Le Mans. One formation lap of this 13.6 kilometre circuit, and then they will be let loose for 24 hours of hard-fought racing. Zinedine Zidane waves the flag as the field races across the line. Laurens Vanthoor in the Porsche immediately cuts the nose off Sébastien Bourdais in the number 3 Cadillac, but behind, the Ferraris are on the move, trying to find their way around the front row starters. It's Vanthoor who leads, but up into second place immediately from 4th on the grid, Niklas Nielsen in Ferrari number 50. Last year's winners in 4th place where they qualified, the red number 51 Ferrari, but being chased already by the best of the Alpines. The French car started by Charles Milesi, and then the rest of the hypercar field spreading out and trying to find room to jockey for position. 23 hypercars all going at it hammer and tongs on lap 1. A solid road full of machinery. Everybody trying to find a slender advantage. Porsche leading from Ferrari and Cadillac, 3 of the 9 different manufacturers in the field. Looking back from the BMW in the middle of the pack. And a great view overhead of the start of the race. The 2 red Ferraris from row 2 right at the front of the grid, trying to find their way around the yellow-nosed Cadillac. The Porsche may lead into the first corner, but will it still be leading at the end of 24 hours? On the run down to Indianapolis, pole sitter is under pressure. Laurens Vanthoor with Niklas Nielsen sweeping around the outside to take the lead for Ferrari. Halfway round lap 1, and already the lead has changed. The field is a mix of the tried and tested, like the Ferrari, the Porsche and the Toyotas, and brand new, like Alpine, like Lamborghini, and like Isotta Fraschini, a supercar brand from the 1930s that has been revived and is racing here at Le Mans for the very first time and making a good start, easing ahead of the experienced Peugeot team. In LMP2, the purple dinosaur leads for AO by TF Sport. Pole sitter Louis Delatraz trying to ease away from the field. Change for 3rd place as Antonio Giovinazzi's red Ferrari streams by the yellow-nosed Cadillac of Le Mans-born Sébastien Bourdais. Ferrari now running 1st and 3rd. In the battle for 8th position, it's Charles Milesi in the brand new Alpine that goes by the more experienced Cadillac driver Alex Lynn to take the spot. Bewildering array of different machinery from 9 manufacturers in the 23-car LMGT3 field. Here, the yellow Mustang of Christopher Mies going around the BMW of Maxime Martin. And there are more traditional GT rivals as well. Here, Ferrari versus Porsche. The race leader is starting to pull away, and behind him his teammate Antonio Giovinazzi in the number 51 car that won Le Mans last year dives into 2nd place. It's a Ferrari 1-2 early on. Is this an ominous sign for their rivals? Trouble for BMW's Marco Wittmann. He qualified the number 15 car 6th on the grid, but is dropping down the order after a spin. He does return to the track without any damage. GT action. Points leader Alexander Malikin in the white Manthey Pure Racing Porsche being passed by Dennis Olsen in the much improved Proton Racing Mustang. And a slew of cars right behind, all queuing up to have a go at Malikin. First pit lane caller of the race, car number 15, And the reason is clear. Wittmann just overstepping the mark on still cold tyres. Here's the battle for second in LMP2. The blue car, Joop van Uytert, started second in the class for Idexport. Panis Racing's Matthias Besch down the inside. Can't quite find a way to squeeze through there at the chicane, but he is on the attack. Antonio Giovinazzi taking the lead of the race from his teammate Niklas Nielsen. Nielsen made a mistake exiting Mulsanne corner. Giovinazzi got the run on him, but now Nielsen comes back on the run down to Indianapolis. This is super fast. The two teammates side by side at the quickest part of the track. This could be dangerous, but he manages to squeeze back in front. Nielsen once more retakes the lead. Race leaders making their first official pit stop. Both Ferraris, then the number 6 Porsche Penske car, the number 3 Cadillac, and the yellow 83 Ferrari is in as well. So too are Jota's Porsches, and there's an unsafe release. Niklas Nielsen almost hitting Sebastian Bourdais, who had to slow dramatically and steer away to avoid the contact in the pit lane, and there may be a penalty.
Car 50 has 10 seconds added to the next pit stop for an unsafe release.
Trouble for one of the stars of the last race in Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, the 99 Proton competition Porsche, pushed back into the garage. Number 6 Porsche got out of the pit lane in the lead, but the number 50 Ferrari coming right back at him. Niklas Nielsen overhauling Laurens Vanthoor and finding room in traffic down into Mulsanne corner. The lead back with the Ferrari. Battle for third place in LMP2. Ben Keating has taken over the number 23 United Autosports car, but here comes his teammate Ollie Jarvis up the inside, and Malte Jakobsen sneaking through for Cool Racing as well. Keating goes down from 3rd to 5th place in one corner. Routine pit stop for the number 51 Ferrari. Mechanics checking there's no debris in the cooling ducts as the fuel goes in. Looks like there is rain on the way here at Le Mans. Toyota number 8 in the pits. It has started raining and they respond immediately with wet weather grooved tyres. Out on the slick tyres they've taken on recently. Here is the battle for the lead. Nick Nielsen under pressure from André Lotterer in the Porsche number 6. And right behind Robert Kubica, the yellow Ferrari car number 83. But it is a change of lead. André Lotterer doing the best job at the moment on slick tyres in the drizzle. The Mulsanne straight is relatively dry. It is the other side of the track, closer to the pits, where there is more water. Now the 83 car, Robert Kubica, moves up to 2nd place, and Niklas Nielsen is down to 3rd. Porsche number 6 into the pit lane. They're on the soft tyre with the white sidewall, but they have now decided that it's time for wet weather rubber. The Ferraris, though, are happy to battle on without. Niklas Nielsen back up into the lead ahead of Robert Kubica, and as long as they keep going quickly, their dry weather tyres could survive some relatively light rain. But if it gets heavier, then they too will be forced into the pit lane and lose any advantage they currently have. Drama for Robin Freins, BMW's art car, hard in the barriers. He's been caught out in the slippery conditions. A high-speed impact with the stout tyre wall, that will have caused damage. Robin Freins gets the BMW number 20 back to the pit lane, but they're going to have to push him back into the garage to do any work to repair the damage.
Okay, so your sector 1, 33.8, top Ferrari 33.7. So it's looking okay. Sector 2 for Ferrari 80.9, so, and then the cars ahead 81.6, looks okay.
The one thing he didn't tell him was how fast Phil Hansen in Hertz Team Jota number 38 was going. He's caught and passed Buemi for 5th position. The Toyota has good race pace, but they qualified appallingly. They are 5th and 10th from 11th and 23rd on the grid. Not bad progress. Lead battle in LMP2, Vector Sports' Ryan Cullen under pressure from Inter Europol, the yellow and green car. That's the number 34 that won LMP2 last year. And Clement Novalak just with enough of a run to squeeze through into the lead at the chicane. LMGT3 race leader Esteban Masson taking over the Lexus from starting driver Jack Hawksworth. The Briton a late replacement for Jose Maria Lopez, who normally races this car, but he's been called up into the number 7 Toyota to replace the injured Mike Conway. Battle for 6th position, Toyota number 7 Kamui Kobayashi putting the moves in on Callum Eilert in the number 12 Porsche.
Okay, mate, some rain expected in 7 minutes. We'll hit Dunlop chicane first. I will keep you updated. Shouldn't be too bad.
Copy.
Eilert in a car that the team rebuilt around a brand new tub in 2 days after he crashed the original car on Wednesday evening's qualifying. First full course yellow of the race, and here's the reason. Clement Novalak coming into the pit lane in the Inter Europol LMP2 car, but only 3 wheels on his wagon. Well, it looks like there's not too much damage being done, and he managed to get it back to the pit lane. Despite the loss of the wheel, the car still was in 3rd place in class as it came into the pits. And it is a frantic race in LMP2. Number 22, United Autosports, and 33, DKR Engineering coming together at the chicane. Change for 2nd place. Antonio Fuoco has got by Michael Christensen's number 5 Porsche Penske 963. So the 499 Ferrari moving on. It's now a Ferrari 1-2. Robert Schwartzman leads in the yellow 83 car, and Fuoco up to 2nd in car number 50. How did it happen? The super-fast run down to Indianapolis offers a great slipstreaming opportunity, and Fuoco took full advantage. Car number 46, a familiar number for motorcycle racing fans, and it is Valentino Rossi at the wheel of the 2nd place BMW in LMGT3, having a good, strong run. Won here at Le Mans in one of the support races last year in a BMW. Now he's looking to try and win the big one. 77 Mustang in the Proton competition garage. Zach Robichon brought it in very slowly. Crew chief there in the front of the shot. Oh, that's not a good sign. The universal hand signal for it's broken. But what is broken? Is it the engine? No, it's the suspension. Look at the left front wheel. It's either the suspension or the steering. And that may not be a quick fix, but he has at least got it back to the team. Lurid spin at Tertre Rouge for the number 19 Lamborghini Hypercar. Just been taken back out of the pits. There's Romain Grosjean, the man who brought it in. It was all right when I had it. Number 3 Cadillac, replay of him going off in the S's and a firm slap on the barriers. That's not going to be good news. Let's take a look from on board. Carrying too much speed. Oh. They might just get away with that. It was a pretty square hit, and he has got it back to the garage. Trouble for Alpine. That's car number 35. The door is open, and out gets Ferdi Habsburg. Jumps to safety, just in case the hybrid is live, but that doesn't seem to be a hybrid problem. That looks like a much more conventional engine blow-up. Looks like the end of the road for the 35 Alpine.
It's really cruel because we have done a major job since the beginning of the week. We show that Alpine have done an amazing job during all the development phase to give us a really strong car, and we show all the weeks that the pace was strong. But after we need to accept, it's motorsport, it's mechanical sport. and this kind of stuff can happen, so it's hard.
Trouble for Sarah Bovey, third place in LMGT3 in the Iron Dames Lamborghini. What happens here? Oh my goodness! What a wallop, and that looked like a Penske Porsche. It was a Penske Porsche, and Sarah Bovey lucky that she wasn't firmly in the barriers there. The number 36 Alpine Hypercar is in the garage. We understand from the team they've had a critical warning light come on, and after the blow-up for 35, I wonder if this is going to be a repeat. The body language does not look good. I think the car is out. Sarah Bovey hands over the Iron Dames Lamborghini to Michelle Gatting, and it looks okay after that firm hit from Mathieu Jaminet in the Penske Porsche. What did she think of that?
I knew the prototype was on my left, but I think there was just not enough room left, and the GT cars, we are moving a little bit there. It's every lap like that, the rear's moving a little bit, and unfortunately we had a contact. Luckily, it looks like the car is not too much damage.
There was a little bit of damage though from Mathieu Jaminet, his Porsche in to replace the luminescent light panel that is mandated for these cars. Look, there it is, hanging loose after slapping the Iron Dames Lambo and then falling off. Out of the pit lane, car number 50, the Ferrari, still looking strong, but having just stopped, it is now starting to rain. And in the pit stop, look, the replay shows quite clearly they are going on to full slick tyres. Now 50 and 83 braved it out before on slicks without changing to wets. Let's see if they're going to do the same again. Niklas Nielsen still in the 50, but wets are being prepared. Does that mean heavier rain is coming? In comes 83, the race leader. So Yiffy bringing in on slicks. It looks like Robert Kubica will take over, and I'm sure that he will go out on wet weather tyres. In two comes car number 51 from Ferrari. Will they go for wets like they did the first time it rained? There are slicks on the apron though, so maybe they're going to gamble a little with the 51 instead of being conservative. LMGT3 trouble for the Iron Lynx car, and this is team boss Claudio Schiavone, looping double spin on the Mulsanne straight, and that is the reason for the current full course yellow. One quarter distance at Le Mans, and night is falling fast. Trouble for BMW number 15, the second incident for this car, and this looks like a big one. There's almost nothing left in front of the driver. Oh, look at that! Contact with the 83 Ferrari and a huge hit in the barriers for the 15 BMW. Right on board with Dries van Tor. That is going to be sore in the morning. And the car surely out of action as the full course yellows come out. Paul Van Tor had no idea what was going on. And that looks like the end of the road. Back to green flags for the race. Fred Makovici taking the lead from the 83 Ferrari as it is in the pit lane, but he has not stopped, and that means he is on slicks on a very, very wet track as heavy rain sweeps across the pit lane and the first corners. 51 Ferrari is in, tyre change, slicks coming off, wets going on. I don't think there's much choice here. It is very wet and in a hurry. Makovic driving like he's in a road car. This is so slow. There goes the 83 Ferrari, has finished in the pit lane, come out on cold tyres and already gone past him. Into the pit lane, the 83 Ferrari from second place in Hypercar, and this is to serve the penalty for thumping the BMW G-Span Tour. A 30-second stop-and-go penalty, and that is going to cost it something like 10 places. Riding on board with Antonio Fuoco, Earl Bamber right in front. We're closing in the slipstream. This is the run down to Indianapolis, and again, the super fast part of the track. Wow, Bamber hanging on, but Fuoco trying to push it. Out of Indianapolis, two they come, down to Arnage from the fastest to the slowest corner on the track in just 150 metres. And Fuoco is pushing hard, but the Cadillac is resisting. Brilliant stuff in the battle for fourth place, but this time Fuoco makes the pass up into fourth place. Ahmed El Harty has gone off in the 46 BMW at the Dunlop chicane. Easily done in these wet conditions. He's lost it again. Down the grass he goes. No. Hits the barrier and hits it hard as well. And there was a tyre wall sticking out there. Look, watch him come down the barriers and boom. That did not move. That's a big hit. Oh, somebody's lost a wheel. That's not a good sign, is it? Who is it? What are we seeing? That's Colin Brown in the CrowdStrike by APR LMP2 car. He's lost the left rear. He's trying to continue. And look, there the wheel parts company, but it's a very long way back to the pits, and he's not going to make it with one-wheel drive. Safety car. So the race director either has a major incident or has decided that it is just too wet to allow the cars to continue racing. Here we are on board with the wheel and caddy. Whoa, swapping ends. That's all too easily done, and he is stuck in the gravel. 12 hours down, 12 to go, 171 laps, and Toyota lead Le Mans from Porsche. Toyota in third place. In LMP2, it's AF Corsa, the Pro-Am class leader, that leads the category outright from Cool Racing and into Europol, last year's LMP2 winners. In LMGT3, Manthey Purex ahead of Manthey EMA, with United Autosports third with the 59 McLaren. And so far, of our 62 starters, 55 are still running.
This is a place now. Back to the front of the baseline. This is a place now. Back to the front of the baseline.
It's been 4 long hours behind the safety car because of heavy and persistent rain here at Le Mans.
There are no rivers, no real standing water. I mean, there's absolutely zero reason why we shouldn't be racing right now.
Honestly, I cannot see it how this can pass. The visibility is so bad, there is a lot of water.
Tough call for the race director, but finally at nearly 8 o'clock in the morning, it is clear enough, light enough, and just about raceable enough to go back to green. Toyota number 8 leads from the number 6 Porsche, but Hertz Team Jota are still in the fray. There's nearly a dozen hypercars that could still win Le Mans. For whom are the cards going to fall best? It's going to be a long time before we find out. Dreadful visibility problems for Toyota's Nick de Vries force him into the pit lane. The team advise him how to switch on the windscreen heater and also give him clear visibility as they tear off a screen visor. Manthey Purex Racing in the garage, dropping down the LMGT3 order. That's a disaster for our championship points leader in the WEC. Antonio Giovinazzi chasing Norman Nato for 8th place. Oh my goodness, that is close. Trouble for Daniel Mancinelli.
Danny, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, stay in the car, wait for the marshals to get to you.
Into the high-speed ride at Indianapolis. There's a hypercar inside him. I don't think there was a touch, but he does get onto the painted curbs and the car does not slow down until it cannons into the barriers there. Luckily didn't hit any marshals, but a frightening accident. '83 Ferrari ahead now of the number 50 car, and this is how it happened. Jumped their rivals in the pit lane. The two Ferraris have swapped 4th and 5th. Trouble again at Indianapolis. This is 93 Nico Muller, and he has gone straight on. This is just behind the safety car. They've just cleared up the mess from Daniel Mancinelli. Somebody in front almost goes off, and Muller hard into the barriers. In the background of the shot, he just goes straight off and hits hard.
Nico, try reverse. Try reverse.
I did, I cannot get out, I did.
Okay, we have the video. We will need to wait the tractor.
Well, poor Nico Muller, looks like they may be out of the race, and the number 3 Cadillac may be out of the race as well, going very slowly indeed. Scott Dixon, IndyCar champion, trying to get the car fired up. It started and then stopped.
Okay, mate, try and find an orange overlap. I
hear you, keep going.
All right, man, just try and kind of go slow, keep the revs low.
Scott Dixon trying to keep the car going. Is it all over? There's his teammate Renger van der Zande. A little bit of sunny weather finally at Le Mans, but not a sunny outlook. Perhaps the number 3 Cadillac. It's been quick for most of the race, but now seems not to want to run. Back to green flag racing with just under 5.5 hours to go. Cadillac leads Porsche with Ferrari's 3rd and 4th and Toyota in 5th and 7th places. Could this be an outright win for an American manufacturer? It would be the first since Ford in the 60s, the first ever for Cadillac, but they'll have to beat Porsche and Ferrari and Toyota, and that is not going to be easy. Here's the 50 car moving back up into 3rd place. That position lost in the pit lane, and those are the leaders. The top 8 cars covered by just under 10 seconds. This is epic racing. This is not a support category. This is the top class at Le Mans, and a dozen cars could still win it. And again, the 83 Ferrari slips down the inside of 50, and the Toyota's there as well. The number 7 trying to capitalise. Right behind him is the number 6 Porsche, and just behind them, number 8 and 51 in the background. Phenomenal stuff. The track's still wet, but everybody determined to get on with this. They go 3 wide down to Indianapolis. That's insane. This is public road. Phenomenal racing. Real edge of the seat stuff for the fans that have survived a cold, wet night, and for the teams likewise. This could be a brilliant end to the race. All Toyota battle for 5th place. Sebastian Buemi sweeps inside Kamui Kobayashi. That looked like it was planned. Kobayashi stayed out wide. Buemi went up the inside. Didn't look like the number 7 car tried to defend, so 8 is on its way in 5th. But here comes pressure from behind. The number 6 Porsche, Kevin Est, straight up the inside. He moves up as well. Kobayashi has lost 2 places in 3 corners on this lap. There is something wrong with the number 7 Toyota. Ferrari mechanics watching this battle for 3rd place. Robert Schwartzman in the yellow Ferrari and Antonio Fuoco in the red car. He's got a good run down the Mulsanne into the chicane, moves up to 3rd spot. Cadillac leads Porsche, leads Ferrari and Ferrari. Well, this is the way you do it. You get over the crown of the road, onto the racing line and brake as late as you dare. Battle for the lead of the race. Earl Bamber in the Cadillac has pitted and through goes Antonio Fuoco. Takes the lead away from the number 5 Porsche. The 83 Ferrari is 3rd. Right behind is the number 8 Toyota in 4th position. Toyota's Kamui Kobayashi up the inside of Kevin Estre for 5th. Now then, Kobayashi has been losing places but is now starting to close back up on the lead group. The team have been working with him on the radio to try and find out why the car wasn't producing full power. Now it is. Estre's coming back at him though. They've got a slower McLaren in front. That's the Inception car in LMGT3. They're going to have to go either side. No, he can't get through. Estre can though, and makes a little gap over Kamui Kobayashi. In the hunt for victory, number 83, the bright yellow privately entered Ferrari. And this could be a very special day for one of its drivers, Ye Yifei.
Where did you spend your 24th birthday this year?
On the circuit of 24 Hours of Le Mans. It's such a special day. I mean, everything was going quite well last night until this morning, but now we are fighting back. We try to come back, but yeah, the team spirit is there, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this special day. You know, it's not every year that you have your birthday in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, so it's great.
And the car is still very much in contention. Here is Sebastian Buemi though, challenging for 2nd place. Look at the virtual energy tank. They are stopping together and racing together. And right now, the number 50 Ferrari is just in front. There he is. There's the black Toyota in 2nd. There's the yellow Ferrari in 3rd. That's how big the gaps are here. 1.1 and 0.09 seconds. Change of lead in LMP2. Patrick Pilet running out wide in the number 10 Vector Sport car, and Clement Novalak going past him in the number 34 for Inter Europol. Leaders in the pits, 50 Ferrari, 83 Ferrari and the number 6 Porsche all stopping together, but there's a lot of smoke from the 83 car. Now, often you get rubber build-up on the wheels and that catches light on the hot brake disc, so that looks like an awful lot of smoke. Off goes the number 6 Porsche, so that will gain a position. And Yifei out of the car, and that does look like the body language says, yeah, end of the road, jump off the car. I think they fear there might be a hybrid problem. Toyota's together again. Remember when the number 8 car was waved by number 7 because 7 was slowing? Now he's not. Kamui Kobayashi goes back by Sebastian Buemi, and he's chasing down the race leader at the bottom of the shot, the blue-nosed number 2 Cadillac. And Sebastian Buemi would do well to sit right behind his teammate and try and make this a Toyota 1-2. With 3 hours and 53 minutes away from the checkered flag. But right now, Cadillac leads overall at Le Mans. Manthey EMA ahead of Team WRT. This is the battle for the lead in LMGT3. Maurice Schuring, 19 years old, one of 2 19-year-old rookies in the field, leading Augusto Farfus. And Farfus for Team WRT, supremely experienced. Into the pits, Alex Paulo, the Spanish IndyCar champion.
Didn't have a great car yesterday, but overnight we managed to tune it up, and I think we've got the pace now. Now let's see how the strategy rolls, and we're just going to give it our all. You know, this is what Cadillac came here to do at Le Mans, is to lead these laps and try and win this race, and we're in a position to do it, so we're going to give it everything in these last couple hours.
Number 7 Toyota is our race leader. Number 8 Toyota in second position. And here are the Ferraris, 50 ahead of 51. And here's how that happened, exactly like the Toyotas a couple of hours ago. A tactical position change, because the number 50 car is currently quicker. Jose Maria Lopez taking over the number 7 Toyota from Kamui Kobayashi. This is the race leader, or it was when it came in. Could his one race of the year in the number 7 car be a winning one for Lopez? Ferrari's now on the pit road as well, and almost everybody needing to stop for fuel. Fresh tyres going on to the number 51 Ferrari. And those are the medium from Michelin. But right in front, as he leaves the pit lane, is the number 6 Porsche that came in behind him. The Ferrari team will need to make sure that their pit stops are absolutely exemplary if they want to win this race, as they did last year. Cycling back to the front, number 2, the Cadillac once more leading the field.
Previous lap, you 32.6, Ferrari 32.1. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Battle for 4th place. Kevin Estre under real pressure now from Alessandro Pierguidi, and the 51 Ferrari comes alongside, cuts right back in front. Estre trying to counter-attack down into the chicane, can't quite do it. New race leader in LMGT3. There's Sean Gelael in the 31 BMW, who he was in front of the orange and black Porsche. But Richard Leeds has now grabbed the lead in the category for the Porsche team. And once again, it was the high-speed run down to Indianapolis. Richard Leeds going the long way round the outside in the kink, and has just enough to get back in front and take the lead. Into the pit lane comes the number 50 Ferrari, the race leader, into Toyota number 8 and number 51. And the reason is clear. Oh, trouble for the Toyota. As rain arrives, they want to get the wet weather tyres on, but the front wheel nut is not playing ball. Oh, the 50 car goes through and almost collects an LMP2 car from Cool Racing. And that is surely going to be an unsafe release. Trouble again in the rain. This is the number 8 Toyota. Brendan Hartley facing the wrong way at Mulsanne corner. Oh, and contact for the 51 Ferrari. That's Alessandro Pierguidi right on board. And that, I'm afraid, may well be a penalty for Ferrari 51 as well.
Head down, mate. Any damage to the car?
No.
Lucky Toyota number 8. Battle for second place, Alessandro Pierguidi in the 51 Ferrari. Here comes Jose Maria Lopez. Ooh, the tiniest of touches. Little bit flew off the Toyota's nose. No major damage done though. Here comes Lopez once more, charging down the Mulsanne straight. And this time, no mistakes, cuts in front into the chicane. He is up to second. Toyota looking increasingly strong as we're inside the final 2 hours. And they want to avenge their defeat last year by Ferrari. Ferrari number 50 leads in Hypercar. It's Ollie Jarvis for United in LMP2 and Richard Leeds in LMGT3. But this is Rashid Jaros being passed here by Vladislav Lomko on the slippery chicane. And Lomko for Inter Europol moves up to 4th. Getting towards the final stops in the race. They will need one more after this. Alex Paulo will take over from Alex Lynn, but the mechanics having to replace the wiper blade. In the heavy rain earlier on, it was very poor visibility for the number 2 car. On your own road car, this is not an easy job. don't try it with gloves on either.
Information to the pit lane. Car 51 has 5 seconds added to the next pit stop for a contact with car 8 at MP20.
Well, that was the Mulsanne corner contact with the number 8 Toyota. And 51 arriving in the pit lane will serve the penalty now as it takes on fuel. Looks like they're not looking to change the wet weather tyres for Alessandro Pierguidi to try and maintain his track position. It is very wet still. Into Europol and Edek Sport battling for second. Edek got ahead in the chicane and then made a bit of a mess of the exit. The Edek Sport back down to third. Into Europol in second. Final driver change here. Brendan Hartley handing over to Sebastian Buemi. Car number 8 in the hunt for victory at Le Mans. As their rivals stop, the number 50 car comes back in and Niklas Nielsen retakes the lead of the race. And he has been doing some fantastically fast but economical driving. That could be his last stop. But everybody on the Ferrari pit wall knows how close it might be.
Okay, Jose, we are currently P2, Ferrari 50 ahead. We don't think they're gonna box. We will be for position 2 and we don't want to take any risk. We want to bring P2 home.
But just let me go like this, mate, because otherwise it's too difficult. Just let me go with the flow, okay?
No problem, go for it.
Closing stages and ice-cold nerves from Niklas Nielsen. The young Dane on his way potentially to winning at Le Mans for Ferrari, a second consecutive win for the Scuderia. His teammates dare not believe it, but the checkered flag is out. Niklas Nielsen in the number 50 car will win Le Mans for Ferrari. They're already in tears, and now it has happened. Jubilation! Ferrari wins Le Mans.
We did it, mate! We did it! We won Le Mans! Again! Again! We won Le Mans again! Yeah!
I think there is no word at the moment. It's just amazing, and all the team did an amazing job today, and we really deserve it. So thanks to all the guys, and we will enjoy it now.
You do, go for it, thank you.
Victory in LMP2 going to the number 22 from United Autosports. Veteran Ollie Jarvis with newcomers Bijoy Garg and Nolan Siegel.
Relief. That's one of the toughest races I've ever done. I mean, hats off to these two rookies. They've come to Le Mans and they've won it on their first attempt. Incredible job. Big thanks to United Autosport. They gave us a great car, but everyone had to deliver. The whole team. Fantastic result.
In LMGT3, it was a sensational win for another group of rookies. Yasser Shaheen, 19-year-old Maurice Schuring, and Richie Leaks, the veteran.
Emotional, over the moon, it's incredible. What a feeling to do this on your first time. You gave us everything, rain, sun, night, all good.
Yeah, that's Le Mans for you, now go enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Manthey EMA claimed their first World Endurance Championship race victory at the biggest one of them all. 9 cars finished on the lead lap. Never before in history have more than 2 finished on the lead lap. In LMP2, United Autosports beat last year's winner Inter Europol with Edek Sport, and the Pro-Am win went to AF Corsa. Manthey EMA, Team WRT and Proton Competition were the top 3 in LMGT3. And despite everything that the weather threw at them, 46 cars still made it successfully across the finish line. With a sellout crowd throughout the week, Le Mans once again was the focus of attention. Toyota came close, but it was the number 50 Ferrari that claimed victory, with last year's winners in 51 rounding out the podium in third. Vital result for both Ferrari teams, critical championship points being scored, and of course, the trophy. The crowds that greeted the Le Mans Trophy in Maranello last year were vast. This year will be something else to see. And that is it for Le Mans 2024. Ferrari close on Porsche in the manufacturer's standings, and both the 50 and 51 drivers are looking much more competitive now in the drivers' title race. The next stop in the WEC calendar will be Sao Paulo, Brazil. 4 more races remain to decide all the titles. But Le Mans is in the history books.